What is good, fellow DGMs? Welcome back to the channel. League is back, baby. Let's get it. Alrighty, hole one might look a little bit different, and that's because it is. This is the very first hole in disc golf that I ever played. I started playing last year in Rosedale, where the construction site meant that there was no way you could play hole 1 and 2 like the regular holes that they are. So we used to play this hole 1 here as our everyday hole. It was part of league, it was part of the regular layout, and to be honest, it's something that I've really missed. Old league didn't have it once the construction was cleared, and now that it's back, I'm really excited to throw it again. It is just a hyzer or turnover into the two sets of trees there. You sort of want to just crash something like a zone or some sort of understable putter in, and hopefully have a look. As is customary, we will be going 2 off the first. That's way too short. That's better. Nice. Yeah, no, I found this just whilst I was taking a leak, and I wondered if it was either of yours.
Definitely not ours.
Okay, all good.
If you see an envy at hole 1, that's mine.
All right, I'll keep a lookout.
That's really annoying, but my name's on it. But
here we go. Really nice to get a birdie on 1. We're here at hole 2 now. This is probably one of the toughest ones, especially for people who are quite new to the game. This does carry across the water behind me, as you can see. Basket is tucked around to the left of those trees from the tee pad, and you really want something nice and stable to push straight for a while and have that big pronounced finish, as there is a tree there that can obstruct your putts. Lots of people choose to take the 1-stroke penalty and go across the water. We are no stranger to losing a disc. We're gonna go Raptor today. There is a little bit of right to left wind, so as long as we just rip one hard enough and aim it between those 2 trees with a gap, we should have it flex back and give ourselves a look for at least a par. Ooh, little high, but we made it work. So this season for league, I am going to be playing advanced, finally moving up to the last category to sort of test my mettle against the best that do come to league. Not expecting too many wins, but it's a pretty scoreable 9 this year. And oh my god, I'm just finding like so many discs today. Truth, someone got a Dynamics disc starter pack and just absolutely went to town, and I've now found their Truth and the Escape. They've clearly not had a great first outing today. I've got to stay away from the swans, otherwise I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me, because they've got their babies. I don't know if you can see them over there. Beautiful lot of baby swans. Cygnets as they're called. What was I saying? Yeah, really scoreable 9 this year. Hayden's really made the pars quite generous. I've actually eagled 5, which we'll get to soon. And yeah, it's just going to be fun playing with mates, testing your mettle. This is, I wonder if I can flip it. Yeah, so this is an example of where your drive lands and what you've still got to work with. So this is going to be a 4-hand chip up for me. So we're just going to go Skippy zone, which is the ESP. Under there, slide it right up to the pole would be ideal. If I can get it to that flat bit there by the tree trunk, should give me a look. Yep, nice. All right, easy, tapping a par. 3's a very good score for 2. Likely, or those that are very precise are gonna be birdieing it, so feel good to take the 3 here. All right, here we are at hole 3. To be honest, this is one of the holes that I wish Hayden would change. You're playing all the way down to regular fines basket, so you have to make the gap here, push all the way through that into that next landing zone, and then have another shot. It is a par 4, but because it plays so close to 2's fairway, there's always backup here. You can't drive while 2 are putting, and 2 can't drive whilst you're making your way down the fairway, because inevitably somebody misses this gap. I think you could put the tee pad across the road, to be honest, and still have the same par 4, maybe make the big tree behind this one here, behind this one here, make that a Mando left, so you've got to go around it, encouraging a big turnover play if you did want the eagle, but this is one that I would like to see changed. With this wind, we need to go something very, very understable, so we're going to grab not the scorch, we're going to grab the pipeline. This, if we give it enough just on the flat, should turn just a tiny bit for us, and then fade back out into the perfect landing zone. Oh, they got pushed down because they threw it a little bit nose up, but we still made it through the gap. We got a tiny bit flirty with the shot here, very close to this big tree on the left here that you're always trying to stay out of the way of. I usually throw an Athena off the tee pad here, which I'm pretty much perpendicular with. So what I'm going to do is throw an Athena now. The tailwind should keep it, as long as I keep it low enough, the tailwind should keep it straight enough and have it fade through that gap. Just got to give it a nice big rip. Oh, too high. I might have got lucky and pierced the gap, but if I did, I will be down the fairway with an uphill putt. So I ended up taking a pretty nasty kick to put me in there, which is going to leave me a pretty tough putt. Hopefully I push record. That's honestly as good as I could have hoped for. Yes. So along with league being back, some of you might also notice that I'm using something a little new here. I did a cart conversion on a Zuka makeup cart, and it's honestly turned out really, really well. The whole thing ended up costing me about $225, and I plan to sell this for a small profit, which will still make it cheaper than a regular Zuka cart, but I have an ice skating cart as well that I want to do the same conversion on, and I think I'll actually deck that out. This one was more to just see if the process could work and if it was actually possible to do the conversion. Hole 6, beautiful double tunnel. I mean, this is the whole reason we put this disc in the bag, right? If we're not throwing the foreclaw here, what are we throwing? Big tailwind. Just ride as far as I can. This should go pretty straight. Yeah. A little bit more finish than we'd like, but that got down there. Pretty happy with where we ended up. This is kind of a must make birdie. Still doesn't stop it from being a scary putt even for me. Got it. Let's go, 2 down through 4. I would take that every week if it was on offer. All right, here we are at hole 5. This is a hole that only comes out for league. It's really, really tough to execute. It is a par 4 though, this year, which has sometimes been a par 3, par 4, depending on what division you're in. But what you're asked to do is pump something down the left-hand side, either forehand or turnover. The road and everything to the left is OB, and what you're hoping to do is to pierce that gap and get down there for a downhill putt. Plays back to the same basket as 3. Again, another unfortunate part of the course where you have to give a little way. I don't know how good this is going to be film-wise, but we're still going to smoke it. Absolutely pumped. Ready? Oh baby. Oh, that's right down there. That was a great drive. I'm really, really happy with that. So I am in exactly the same spot that I was the other day when I carded the only eagle that I've had here. It's a tough putt, not gonna lie. Hat's coming in clutch though, keeping the sun out my eyes. You got this, you got this. Big deep bend, follow through, nice and straight. No. All right, one more. Oh, not to be, not to be. Ooh, that was a little high. Sadly, we are running out of battery. Thought I'd charge this, oops, I thought I'd charge this the other day, and alas, I now seem to be in the cycle where the thing is staying half charged. Ugh, not a great time when I've still got, what am I, 6, 7, 8 left, 6, 7, 8, 9 left, 4 holes to go, and like 20% battery, so There might be a little bit less talking to the camera and a little bit more just my shots. But hopefully I can give you a little rundown at the end or when I'm home. Hole 6 now plays from the long tee. We're going down to the regular basket of 7. And I don't know if this is going to be a par 3 or a par 4 for us, but it's a tough shot nonetheless, especially in the wind we've got today. Big headwind, so you've got to throw something out there on a little bit of angle that you trust and hope that it comes back. Oh, that's gone. Cut roll? Yeah, a little cut roll. Sadly even further back than we thought, but it should just be a nice hyzer in. Oh yeah, set up to flat, nice. Coast in, coast in, coast in. Oh, now that is an upshot. How, after all of this, after how good I saw that was, we're left with this. I must have hit a tree, I must have hit a root. So I definitely saw it coasting in. But nevertheless, this is why we switched to the straddle. Straddle gives us a nice option. Just nice and straight, dead center. Come on! What a putt! That's how you save par. The one that always gets in my way. Hole 8, if you're not familiar, I have been trying to ace for the better part of 6 months now, and it is slowly destroying my soul. But secret weapon, I'm gonna run it today. We're gonna scare the basket. It's gonna be terrified. It's gonna finally let a disc in. As soon as these people walk past, come on, chop chop. Oh, big left to right. Push it in, let the wind do the work. Nope. Ah. Okay, we get one extra, because those are the rules. I don't make them, I just enforce them. But Hayden always says that you're allowed one ace run around, and whilst it's probably better used on another hole, I really want this one. So we're gonna go Raptor. We're gonna go pretty flat, and we're gonna hit it. No, that's way too much turn. Fight back nicely, but it's deep. The really smart play here would be to not run this and just lay it up, because you can often get rollerways here that make the putts way harder. But I really want to try a putt from this range, so we're just going to try and give it what I would consider a soft bid. So a little bit high, out the hand, a little bit of Annie, have it come back. Do it, do it! Oh no! No, what a run! What a run! Oh, that is heartbreaking. Alas, we will take the par and we will be happy with it. Yeah, just doing a little bit of filming. All right, battery's definitely gonna die. Hole 9, well, hole 8 is technically regular hole 9. Big headwind today. It's gonna try pump a surge down there. Too high, but still a good pump. I think this place is a par 4 in the league, so.